I typically start episodes with a what's on my mind, but given the response to my Q&A episode this season, I wanted to bring back questions from you, but in a quick, rapid fire way. Think of it like a what's on your mind and I'm answering it. And let me know if you want me to do more of this. So let's get right into it. First question. Where are your favorite places to shop for holiday gifts? Any idea for gifts? It's honestly crazy that we're here ready for the holiday season. And honestly, it's all Amazon for me when it comes to gifting, especially during the holidays when things tend to get crazy for me with hosting, my birthday, closing out the work year. It just makes life easier that Amazon has everything, all I need in one place, and you can find something for literally everyone on your list. You could never go wrong with a selfie light, one of my favorites. But I was actually looking at the Amazon Echo for my family's white elephant exchange. So for anyone in my family, you did not hear this. But I'm always going to push for the support of Latina-owned businesses. Two of my go-tos are Ali and Ollie, the cutest baby gifts. And with so many of my friends growing their families this year, I'm picking up a few things this year. And Rizos Curls, one of my absolute favorite hair care brands. And it's a one for me, one for you type of situation. So both are available on Amazon. And honestly, with Prime shipping, even my last minute panic orders make it on time, which has saved me more times than I can count. I also just discovered the holiday storefront at amazon.com/holiday, which you should check out if you need more inspiration though. There are so many good gift guides broken down by category and price point. So check it out. Let me know what you think. And let's get into the second question. How do you stay motivated in your career when you feel stuck? Oof, this one comes up a lot. For me, it's about remembering that motivation follows action, not the other way around. Whenever I feel stuck, I try to just move, whether that's brainstorming something new, connecting with someone who inspires me, or just switching up my environment. I will try to go to a friend's house or just even go for a walk. That spark always follows when I do any of those things. And the last question, what's one hair tip you swear by? My go-to tip is that the needs of your hair change just like your skin does. And I wish that more people knew this. We often think that one shampoo and conditioner is enough, but I choose the cleanser and conditioner I'm using every week based on what I'm observing my hair needs. So if I see that my hair is drier than usual, I'll use a hydrating formula. If I'm feeling more buildup, knowing that I applied a ton of product that week, I will do a clarifying formula with a lighter conditioner. So my biggest tip is that you just have to change it up. And I highly recommend having multiple shampoo and conditioners based on what you've noticed your hair needs from time to time. Okay, that's it for questions this time. So let's get into the episode. So happy to have you here.
I am so excited.
Yeah.
This has been a very long time in the making.
I know. We were just saying that, like, we feel like we know each other, but we've actually never met.
Yeah.
And this is our first time meeting. But I feel like I kept trying to think, I'm like, have I really ever met her anywhere?
That's what I thought as
Yeah.
well. And I'm like, that's such a beautiful thing of social media that you get to
Yes.
keep up with people,
Yeah.
especially people in the same industry, in the same space. And you're just
Exactly.
like, I see you.
I
you
see you,
me.
you see me. Yeah, that's what I feel like. I'm like, I see you and all the
Yeah.
amazing things you're doing. And then
Thank you.
I moved here, then you moved
I
here.
know. How long
And
ago
so
did you move here?
I'm gonna make 5 years in February, which is crazy. Like anytime I think about that, I'm like, I feel like I just moved yesterday.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
what I
just
feel
moved,
too.
right?
I made my 1 year in July.
That's great.
And
Because
it
I
feels
feel like
just
you just
yesterday.
moved here too.
Just moved. Yeah.
That's so insane.
It's
But
insane.
with me here,
Yeah.
I have Melany Rodriguez. She is a content creator, just incredible representation for us Latinas. And you do so much more. I just feel like what you do for us in terms of like representation and
Thank
just like,
you.
I don't want to just say that you're a content creator because I feel like you're just so creative.
Oh,
Yes.
that's actually so nice. I love that for me.
So we start every episode with the starting 5 icebreaker questions. Are you ready?
Okay. Yes.
What's your go-to rewatch show or movie?
Oh my gosh. This is borderline cliche, but as someone that spent so much time in New York City, Sex and the City.
It's a good one.
It's such a good
Yes,
one.
it is a good one.
Yes.
That's also a good one. Like one for me that I like go back to a lot.
And another one that's like more on the nerdier side, Succession.
I have not watched it yet. My husband's a huge fan.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
but I haven't watched
You
it.
have to watch. It's
Yeah.
like same with Sex and the City. It's such a great representation of New York
Mhm.
as far as like the people and what goes on in that industry.
Yeah.
So you have to
Okay.
watch.
I've been meaning to watch it. It's just like serious watches for me. It's like it takes a
It's
lot.
intense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the
Intense.
intense
Like, you have to sit
it
there and be
watches.
like,
Yeah,
writing
like
down notes.
reality TV is a lot easier for me to digest. But
For
I'm like,
sure.
when it comes to like the more serious watch,
Yes.
I'm like, okay, I need to like sit down and actually pay attention.
Actually, what I have started watching is Real Housewives of Miami.
Ooh,
Do you
okay. No,
watch?
I haven't watched any Housewives.
Okay.
And every, they're laughing in the background because like everyone's been trying to, every guest we've almost had on, I think 90% of guests have been like,
Okay.
you need to watch Housewives.
So what do you watch for reality TV?
I watch Love Island.
Okay,
I watch The
same.
Bachelor, Bachelorette.
Okay.
I'm now into Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, fun.
They have a killer cast this year,
Yes.
which like brought me in.
Mhm.
Traders
Okay.
is a really good show.
Nice.
So yeah, those type of
Those are fun.
yeah.
I've been keeping up with Dancing with the Stars on TikTok.
yeah.
Which is also the beauty of social media. 'Cause I'm
Yes,
like,
you could
clips,
watch the
I'm like,
whole
no,
episode
yeah.
without really tuning in.
I
Yeah.
truly watch, and it's like, flip your phone, and I'm sitting there in my car.
But
like
that's why I
this.
have to watch live because I'm like TikTok will kill it for me if I don't watch
Yeah.
it the night of. Which
It's like the experience of watching
Yes.
true TV.
But I also watch all the like Netflix ones like Love is Blind,
Okay.
Perfect Match.
So like the
Yeah.
dating shows.
Yeah,
Love
I'm into that.
love.
What's a habit you've picked up since moving from New York to Miami that you didn't expect?
Being outdoors.
Okay.
I kid you not, I would wake up, go into the city. I lived in New Jersey. I don't know if you
I lived in Jersey
No,
too.
yes.
I lived in Harrison, New Jersey.
Okay.
My Newark.
Okay. I was in Jersey City and then in Edgewater.
Okay.
So it sounds like you would have space, but in reality, it's kind of the same thing as the city. And
yeah.
so I would wake up, work, go to sleep, wake up, work, go to sleep. So I didn't really have like an activity or a hobby. Whereas here I'm like to the beach. I play pickleball now, which is something that I never imagined. And so I'm just outside all the time because obviously the weather lends itself to that. So that's been really nice.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish now that we have Thanksgiving coming up?
Oh my God. Ensalada de papa,
Ooh.
pernil.
Yeah. You know, I used to hate
Moro.
ensalada de papa and then like I grew up.
Oh, what? Okay,
I grew
but
up and it's been like I'm 2 years in of like I love ensalada de papa.
does
now.
your family make it purple with remolacha or pink?
Pink?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. It depends what mood.
What? Pink is like
I think it's just like carrots, vinegar.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
It depends what mood my grandma's in. That's what
I'm
we
like
get.
I feel like I've definitely tried the purple and I think I like it, but I think I've just my baby step was the pink. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm fully invested in the purple yet.
You have to try it. It's really good.
But the thing with ensalada de papa is that like it has to be made right.
Yes, so true.
Yeah.
So
but I
true.
cut you off. Continue with your Thanksgiving dishes.
Oh my
sorry.
gosh. I mean, anything Dominican, pernil, moro. I'm trying to think what we have. We never have turkey. Like, I just recently started having turkey on Thanksgiving because of my boyfriend's family. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's something. It's obviously really
Yeah.
good, but compared to pernil
Yeah.
y un pollito asado, I'm just like, okay, turkey.
Has he tried your family's food?
Yes.
Okay.
He's obsessed.
Okay.
I'm like, you're honorary Dominican at this
Okay.
point.
Good. Because some people find it to be too much. Like
Yeah.
they'll be like, that's a lot of seasoning.
Sazón, I
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's one small thing you've manifested recently? Something everyday, not career changing that made you smile.
My apartment in Miami, I'm a Taurus, earth sign. So I'm really always gravitating towards the water.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is like the craziest apartment I've ever had in my life.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's in front of the water. I get to wake up and it's really healing for me, especially with what we do. Like I'm behind a screen all day long or filming. So I get to just relax. Like
Yeah.
even looking at it for 10 seconds, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Like I low-key kind of made it.
As
that's
you
been
should,
really
queen,
nice.
as you should.
Yes.
Okay. And lastly, what's a friendship red flag for you?
Oh my gosh, when they don't celebrate your wins, especially in this space.
Yes.
You pick up on that very fast when someone's like, oh, instead of being like, wow, great. You know,
Yes. I'm like, how could you not? So anytime anyone brings me like any good news,
I'm
no
jumping
matter
for
if
joy.
small or like big, it's
Yeah.
like, yes,
Yes.
like congrats.
And I'm like, you're so much more capable of so many more things. You know, it's just like
Exactly.
big upping someone is
Yeah.
really major to me.
Yeah, but I love that you said that it's easy to pick up on because you can tell.
Oh my
It's
God,
like
yeah. You
the
can
energy that
read
our,
energy.
our moms and grandmas they used to be like, yo no sé con ella.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
now
Ten
we're
cuidado.
now we're starting to get the intuition.
I'm like, okay, It's very interesting.
It is.
Stepping into your 30s brings a whole new energy.
Oof, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting right into our conversation, you moved from New York to Miami, which we discussed, and you've marked it as a major shift in your life. Could you walk us what drove that move and what the first weeks looked like?
I was in New Jersey from 7 when I moved from Dominican Republic to 29. And so my sophomore year of college, I started interning in New York. And so I went to Rutgers at the time, and I would wake up at 4 in the morning, almost 3 to 4 times a week, commute into the city. Back then, this was like 2015. So interning back then was very different than it is now.
Yep.
I'm sure you can relate.
Yes.
It was like, you don't leave until we tell you to leave. So I would get home at like midnight from leaving the office at like 8. So all with that, I was so burnt out after the last decade in New York. And I'm like, I just need a breath of fresh air. And that's really what drove me here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the same feeling of just
Same
like,
feeling.
you need a new environment. Like I was just saying at the start of the episode for like my solo segment of just like, sometimes you just like need to change your environment to like really get out of like, if you're feeling stuck or you feel like you just need something new, it's just like, just changing the setting can make such a big difference.
And it's not like the workload has changed or the work pace. I just have more areas of peace as opposed to just
the hustle and go.
Yeah, like I thought to myself, what did I do in the city? I would go to work, go to an event, go to a bar, come home. Or like go to a club that I'm a member of, come home. Whereas here, like I said, I have so many activities to do. I like paddleboard, stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that's a change.
That's amazing though.
So it's just a nice breath of fresh air where you work, 8 to 10, 12-hour days. And you're just like, I get to go touch my feet on the sand and swim in the water.
Yeah. And your feed sparks a lot about manifestation and standards, and you have these repeat after me posts.
Yes.
How do you define manifestation beyond buzzwords? Because I feel like something I've actually discussed previously is like a lot of people have now like overkilled the word manifestation and like don't understand like what it actually means to manifest and how there's actually needs to be action behind it. So like, how do you define manifestation?
I first and foremost use myself as real proof of what can happen when you literally just dream. Like, I think about my life daily. I'm a very grounded person. And so with anything that happens, I'm in constant reflection. Coming from Dominican Republic, not knowing English, I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment with my mom till I was 14 years old, to now developing this life is like, that can only happen through really believing in something other than your reality at the time. And so that's kind of like the map that I show everyone. I'm like, this is where I was. This is where I am now. And this is like the guide to get you there as far as what you're capable of, believing in yourself, letting go of the imposter syndrome, all of those things that play a role.
And I love that you mentioned that, because I think people see you with your apartment, achieving all these things, and don't realize like this wasn't always your reality.
Yes. And I always make sure to say it. Like after anything big that happens, I'm like, this came from somewhere that I did not know this was ever going to exist. And I think that that's a very human thing to do, because especially in social media, especially with TikTok now, you can see someone's life and you'd be like, oh my God, how? Like they're younger than me, or, whatever it may be. How do I do that if I don't even see that in front of me? Whereas giving that like human component of, I was in the trenches growing up,
Yes.
And now I'm here really helps anyone in that path.
Yeah. You're so calm, cool, collected, and so positive. But I have to ask, because there's a list of people that I have in my life where I'm like, I need to imagine you mad and I can't.
Okay.
Does Melany get mad?
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm super fiery. I'm super confrontational. But I really am.
You're one of those people that I'm like, I think I would pay to like
see
you. Not that I want to see you angry or like something bad to happen for you to get angry, but I'm like, I can't imagine you angry.
Yeah. I'm just very, I expect a lot from others when it comes to kindness. Like the same way that I am, I expect that. And sometimes obviously it doesn't work out. And I'm always one to have a conversation. Obviously I'm not yelling or screaming or anything, but yeah, I get mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get mad.
She's like, breaking news, I do get mad.
I do get mad, in case anyone was wondering.
I'm like, do you like, for me personally, like when I get emotional or I cry in the shower, which people like
Okay.
find weird, but
Okay.
like, that's where I let out like my emotions.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you let out your emotions?
Yeah, I
Any?
used to actually not cry
Yeah.
from like when I graduated college, 22, all the way to like 27.
Girl.
Because that was like my hustle
Yeah.
era. Like I was just like tunnel vision.
And the
not
hustle didn't make you
looking-
cry once?
No, like obviously I would have
Yeah.
moments where I'm like, oh my gosh. But as far as what I do now, like
Mhm.
I'll see a puppy and I just start like crying. Or I'll watch
Yeah.
a TikTok of like a wedding and the father and a daughter and I'm hysterically crying because I've healed so much of my past and
Yeah.
have let go of so much of that hustle. Like you can't feel, you just have to work. So now I'm just like, which is why I'm so calm.
Yeah.
This is why I'm very much like zen.
Yeah. She's like, I just, but I feel it.
Yeah.
You give such like a soothing energy.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I feel it. Okay. So when you envision your regular off camera, away from the beauty campaigns, the modeling, the social posts, what does a day look like for Melany?
I love El Campo.
Hey.
Like my ideal day is in DR. My grandmother's older sister was the only one in our entire family that never left the campo.
Mm-hmm.
And so she has this little blue house, like on a cliff, all dirt with dogs, rocks. She still has like a cardero on like a stone stove. And every time I go to DR, that's my favorite place to go.
Okay.
So just very grounding, like pulling back all of obviously the material things, the phone and whatnot. I love it so much, but it's important to just be like, this is what really matters.
Yeah, no, it does. And what are habits or rituals that you lean in to like keep this calm, cool, collected?
I pray a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very into prayer. My relationship with God changed at 27 when I really started healing and just leaning into like the spiritual side of things. And it really plays a role in like manifestations and speaking things into existence. So just praying and making sure that I'm grounded at all times. Obviously, like the craziness of this world, I just need to make sure I'm like, I'm good at the end of the day, no matter what.
And what inspired you to heal?
I realized especially with relationships, I was involving myself in a lot of things that didn't align with who I wanted to be as a person, especially like my last relationship before my boyfriend now. It was very toxic and just not good. So I'm like, okay, some things had to change and it changes within first. And so that's what inspired all of that.
Yeah. And I think it's important for people to hear that because, again, we get to snippets of you now, but like there was a moment when you needed to heal and you chose to heal. And then there's people who are probably wondering, like, what will it take for me to heal?
Yeah.
And it took a relationship or a moment in your life to get you to feel like, I need to work inward.
Right.
Yeah, but it wasn't like one day to another.
Oh my gosh, no. And I always say it's a lot of work and it's painful and you're going to be more emotional. Tears are going to come more naturally than before. But it's so helpful to ultimately reaching like your higher self and your goals. I really do believe professional and personal are intertwined.
Yeah.
Like the more healed you are, the more you can welcome really great energy professionally. And so that's been the last few years for me.
You need to do like one of those apps that like calm people.
Like what are they called? Oh, a calm app.
Yeah, the calm app.
Hello, everyone.
You see that?
Welcome to Good Night, Melany. Imagine.
Tonight you're gonna manifest your next day. There's actually manifestation like meditations on these apps. So I'm like,
I did a breathwork class last week and it was really
that
nice.
needs to be your next campaign. Calm app, call her. Pay her. Okay, so as a Latina navigating the beauty space, you're working on campaigns, you're going to events. What do you feel is missing from this industry?
So it's crazy because moving to Miami was such a culture shock with that space. In New York, obviously, I would say in a room out of 100 people, 5 to 10 of us were Latinas at any given point, whereas in Miami, almost every single person is Latina. And so that representation has been really refreshing to just see everyone speaking Spanish and brands really catering to the Latino market. that has been amazing.
Yeah. And I love that more brands are like coming down here and like
Right,
bringing in
right.
events. And like, I've been to so many events where they're like, this is our first time here. And I'm like,
Yes.
okay, thank
Yes.
you. Yes.
And so the most important thing is just making sure that anything and everything I do feels true to me and true to my culture, and also making sure the brand aligns with protection of our culture and
Yeah.
all of that scope.
I love that you said that. And so that brings me to ask, like, have you ever turned down something that didn't feel right to you?
Yeah, very often, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm losing out on money. But from the very beginning, my biggest thing was real alignment with whatever I speak about, you know, create around, because I would never want to be the type of person that just takes on anything, because I truly care about my community. Like, those are my girls.
Okay.
And
You
so,
feel it though. And I feel like you
yes.
can tell. Something I was telling our producer was like, you're following, like they feel so connected
Yeah,
to
like
you.
those are my girls.
Yes.
And that's the
Yes.
most important thing, because I'm like, social media is to be social and to have connections. And I feel like over the years, a lot of that has been lost. And so if I have my little corner of the internet where we're all like this and like homies, I protect it with everything.
What do you feel helped you build that type of community? Because some people's comments look way different, or a lot more negative, or a lot more divisive. So what about what you did, or how did you feel that you built that community of like positive girls, people who are really like backing you and celebrating your wins?
My biggest thing was never intending to become an influencer. Like, that was never my goal. I wanted to speak about things that I'm passionate about, products that I'm passionate about that really help your life, whether it's a cream or something that I found on sale that, you know, workwear that I know some other person might need. I never was like, I want to be an influencer and that's my goal. And whatever it takes, whatever viral moment I need to do, that's it. That just never aligns with me. And so I feel like that human component of being like, I'm a person, you're a person, what can we talk about that like brings you happiness because I feel happiness, was the main thing of just building that like true connection.
Okay. And so you're clearly someone who sees the results of manifestation.
Yes.
Moving cities, building your platform, modeling representation, your love story.
Oh, yes.
So when you look ahead, what's like the next big thing you're manifesting?
Oh my gosh, this is a big question, because obviously marriage and children are on the horizon. I turned 30 this year, which came before I knew it. And so I feel like I'm really prepping myself for that next chapter of just understanding how to balance my personal, professional life and also becoming a wife and a mother. I know.
Love that.
I'm like, you're a wifey.
Yes. We're bringing you into the 30s, into the married life.
Yes.
We're waiting for you.
And I'm such an intentional person that I want to be like, not studying up on it, but I just want to be prepared for, you know, that role, because I want to just be the best I can be in anything.
I love that. Yes. I feel like people think of like being a wife or being a mother, and it's like almost this like, the way that you're saying it, almost people would fight against that.
Yes.
Because they think like, oh, that takes away from like being powerful. But I think you could be prepared and still be powerful.
I agree. And also, you're experiencing it. So why not make yourself feel the best while you're doing it?
Yes.
You know, like it's no one else's life except your own. So I don't want to do anything like tirao, you know, like I don't want to do anything that I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Or how do I take care of this? Which has been a big part of my healing energy and just journey, is to not always have the answers, but at least be solution based in what I do.
Well, if I can offer any advice,
yes,
I think like people think about couples therapy as like something to do when things go wrong.
right.
But I think like having a third party involved early on, and like we did couples therapy before we got married, and it was like it brought so much up that we were able to confront then versus like later on.
Right.
And I love that. Like, and people are surprised, but like a couples therapist will talk about finances. We'll talk about like family, like what do traditions look like, things that you think you've discussed, because I think couples really do think like, oh, we've covered it all, we know each other,
right.
But then when you get a third party involved, you're like, wait, we didn't.
Yes.
And like I'm super honest about that all the time, and I'm like, we thought we had like finances covered, and then when we got to the finance part of the therapy session, it was just like, oh wait, we're on two different pages.
Yes.
And like we were able to like figure that out and navigate that with a professional and like prepare ourselves for marriage. And like there was nothing left unturned when we got to our wedding.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm a huge believer in that as well. And my boyfriend Sebastian is totally on board. He's like, whatever I can do as well to just be the best husband when the time comes
Yeah.
is what he wants to prepare for as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Like it's just like everyone at the end of the day has experienced this before. And so why not have a little extra guidance
and get the tools and everything you need. And it's like, and if it's not therapy, I feel like even talking to other married people is always helpful. Like we loved meeting up with our married friends and having dinner and like hearing how married life is going for them, what are things that they're facing, and like, so yeah.
I love that. I'm the same. I'm like, everyone gather, give me information,
let's
please.
talk. It's like what I'm doing now as I prepare for like future motherhood. I'm like, I love hearing about like motherhood and experiences from others. Yeah. So you can take what you want and like take the pieces that you need.
And also be somewhat prepared as opposed to just walking in blindly and being like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And that's amazing because our parents and grandparents and like ancestors didn't have that.
Right.
Yeah. They walked into a lot unprepared. And like now we have tools, resources, conversations, like everything is out more in the open in order for us to be as prepared as possible.
And you see that passed down as far as my relationship with my mom. We've hit a lot of hurdles. And that's something I'm also honest about on my page, because she doesn't have the tools or, you know, didn't have the tools with me growing up. And so if I can be the best version for my future child, as far as having, you know, just the patience and whatever it takes, the believing in them, like when I wanted to become a creator, my mom was like, absolutely not. Like, are you well in the head?
Are you okay?
Like, I'm like, what do you mean? I was supposed to go to law school, of course, typical Dominican.
Same. Wait,
yes.
You keep saying things. And I'm like, did you live my life? You're like,
Were
I
you supposed to go
I
too?
interned. I was pre-law track.
Same.
Yes. Lived in Jersey.
Yes.
Scary.
Twinning. And so obviously my mom was like, absolutely not. You have two options, law school, medical school. And I'm like, I had my first internship in fashion. I'm like, this is really what I want to do. And so not that there was a lack of support, but there wasn't like this abundance of, you can do it.
Yeah.
And so that took a little bit of time to adjust to.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so we've talked about life's realness. And so what does realness mean to you, especially when you're working in far visible spaces like beauty and fashion?
Just being a human. I feel like there's so much filter that goes on in every sense of the word, physically, metaphorically. And so tying everything back to who I am as a real person, whether it's, you know, my story, whether it's where I grew up, whether it's this like massive transition of going from a one bedroom to with my mom to now this, you know, life of abundance, just tying it back to who I am as a real person has been the most important thing to me.
I want to ask you a personal question.
Yes. Tell me.
Do you ever have fears of losing that abundance that you're seeing now?
Of course. Yeah. That's like 0.0001% of what I feel inside. And then I go back to prayer. I go back to my faith. And I'm just like, whether it's in this space or in another space, there's no way I can lose because I'm such a prepared person. And I always say, like, no one can take away my resume.
Yes.
And so I find so much faith in that.
And it's not to ever, because I don't want to put the energy of you losing that. I want to make that super clear. But I think, you know, when so much good is happening, so many people tend to feel like, when is the other shoe going to drop?
Yes.
So that's why I was like, do you ever feel like that? And like to hear that, like even a small part of you, it's like we're all facing that.
Right.
Yeah.
I call myself an eternal optimist based in reality.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, repeat that.
Eternal optimist based in reality. So I'm like an insane dreamer. Delusion is my middle name, but all based in what I know is possible because I've worked to get myself there.
That's amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good tagline. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm thinking about this all on the spot. I'm like, let me write this down.
No, yeah. Oh, you'll have this for reference that you can go back to. That's the title of the episode right there.
It's I need to trademark that.
No, yeah. No, I love that.
Love.
So what's one ritual, daily practice, or mindset shift that beyond prayer, because I know you mentioned that you found transformative? And could you walk us through how you adopted into your life when life gets busy or unpredictable?
Oh my God, I feel like there's so much. Something super simple, making my bed.
Yes.
Like, I swear making your bed, and there's so many studies on this, changes the mood of your entire day. And it's something so simple where like, if I'm getting up from bed and I have so much going on and I don't have time to like, let's say journal, which is something that I also do, making my bed, I'm like, okay, I respect myself enough to give me a clean space despite the craziness. And so I'm going to have a good day.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And that's like a good one that anyone can
Anyone can do,
Yes.
right? Because I can sit here and I can say journal, look out the water, but obviously it's not always accessible if you have crazy busy birthdays, if you're in New York surrounded by, you know, the buildings and whatnot. So just making your bed is a big thing for me.
That's a good one. And something that like I've tried to commit myself more to, because I had that bad habit of like getting out of bed, doing a million things, forgetting about it. And it's like when you have your bed done, it inspires you to also like keep doing more.
Right.
And
especially when you work from home.
Yes.
I'm from my living room to my kitchen to my bedroom a million times a day. And so just like visualizing a clean space helps you stay really organized.
It makes a huge difference.
Yes, it really does.
It really does. So I love that you said that. Okay. So if someone in your audience or our audience is listening and says, I believe in manifestation, but I haven't seen the results yet. And the reason also I want to make very clear that I'm talking about manifestation so much is because that's something that you talk about a lot with your audience, and it's beautiful. Like I'm like, it like reminds me again to like really put things forward into life. And like, this is something you're really like, you talk a lot about with your following, so that I want to make that very clear.
Yes. Wait, I also want to say, I remember seeing one of your posts and I think you either did an episode or it was like, you know, just text. And you were like, what does manifestation mean at this point? Because everyone is overusing it.
Yes.
Like, I remember seeing that on your page and being like, yeah, that's tea. Like, it's so true. I'm like, you need to be challenged in that way with, you know, these like hot trending topics, because it's just like, I feel like people lose the essence of like the true science and magic behind it.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's why I was like, I brought that up in the podcast before. I have someone here who gets it right when it comes to manifestation.
Love that.
She understands it. And so that's why I'm asking these questions. That someone who's like, she's clearly obsessed with manifestation a lot in this episode. That's why I'm bringing it up. So they say that I haven't seen the results yet. What would you say to them? How do you counsel someone in that gap?
You have to visualize yourself doing it. You have to. Like, if you sit there and say that will never happen, it could be a dream, but I can't see it. I can't envision it. It just simply would never happen. So what I always say is start out small. Ask yourself, where do I live? What's my address? Go on Zillow, pull up an apartment that you're obsessed with, pin it. You know, where do I work? Look up the office space. What do I wear? Pull together a Pinterest board. And that will help you put yourself in that position. And I swear it's a science. Like, these things will start coming into your life where you're just like, oh my gosh, like that can bring me closer to that person and that goal and that power.
Also, when you visualize it, you're more than likely to start subconsciously doing the things to get there.
Exactly.
It's like you're not going to update your wardrobe if you don't even know like what it is that you're visualizing. Versus like if you create that mood board and then you go to the mall and you see something that fits that mood board, you're more likely to pull it.
And you just carry yourself differently. Also, I actually spoke about this on my stories last night. Your network is so powerful. And so when you start envisioning these spaces, you know, have topics in your head that you want to eventually talk about. And so if you're at a work event or whatever it is, restaurant, bar, etc., and you meet someone and in your head, you're already in that position to spark these conversations, you never know what can happen from meeting one person.
Oh, I've gotten my job.
Same.
My job that I had before this one at Refinery 29, I got it from approaching someone at a very random like a brands event.
Okay.
And she was just like, hey, there's an opening I've heard about this opening. You should email this person. And I got the job.
That's what I say. I'm like, relentlessly put yourself out there and be in any space that puts you closer to those goals, because you never know who's there to be like, actually, I have the ticket for you.
I got
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So outside of your brand and platform, what is something you're doing purely for you right now?
Oh my gosh. I feel like that's a loaded question, because I really do take care of myself every day. And that wasn't always the case.
Okay.
Prior to, you know, this entire era of just falling more in love with who I am as a person, I would always kind of be like, okay, whatever, like make my bed and then that's pretty much it. I would say exercising is really big for me, just like moving my body. I'm really into philanthropy. So just into causes that I support with, for example, Latina culture and all of that realm. I'm going to an event next week in the city, which is for a charity that supports like underprivileged communities abroad. So all of those things that just not only, you know, connect to my job, but like bring me true joy.
Yeah. And we end every episode asking what's on your mind, because I started the episode with what's on my mind. So what's something that's been consuming you that you've been thinking a lot about lately? It could be pop culture, a show, a thought.
Let me think. I've spoken about this on my Instagram as well. The entire influencer culture, I feel like, has gotten a little bit out of hand. Okay, not I think, I know. Let me clarify. And I just feel like everyone has lost a sense of we're all humans, and social media, the essence of it is to connect with one another, to help one another, to comfort, relate, etc. And so I feel like with all of this shopping and, you know, products at all times, I feel like we've kind of lost the meaning of it all, the plot.
We've lost the plot. We have.
And so I'm like, y'all, can we be a little human sometimes? Like, don't get me wrong. I love a good shopping. I love a good linking. I love good makeup, skincare, etc. But at the essence of it all, I just want us all to be true humans.
I couldn't agree with that more. So thank you for bringing that up. Is there anything that we didn't cover that you'd love to talk about? Bring up?
Let's see. I mean, there's so much. Moving to Miami has been insane. What about you? How's your journey been?
It's been good. I've literally being here has like, I feel like brought a different side of me out. Again, I feel like I'm more, and you'll see this like the more years you spend here.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm getting 5 years and it's so crazy.
Madness.
Yeah, madness. But I just feel like I'm like okay with like missing out on things now. I feel like I'm okay with missing out on opportunities. I'm more aligned with, like, you've brought this up, of like things just feel a lot more intentional.
Right.
Like I'm more about my alignment and doing things that like make sense, and like not just doing things for the hustle or the culture. It's like I'm gonna do things that also just feel good.
And I feel like being in the city, you're just always like, I want to do it all.
Yes, that's
because
what I'm saying.
everyone else is
everyone's
doing
it
all.
on. If it's almost like I'm okay not doing it all.
Right. I'm okay just like being outside and laying down on the grass.
Yes.
Literally. It sounds so crazy because
I've been dying to get to the beach. I'm like, I have not had a moment, but I'm
know.
like, I've been telling my husband, I'm like, we need to get to the beach ASAP.
I actually went to the beach at like 6 p.m. the other day because I just wanted to like cleanse the energy and swim, and it's so therapeutic. It really is.
I love a good ocean.
Yes.
Just throw me in there. Throw me in there.
I love that.
Yeah. But anything else that we miss? I want to make sure you get everything out.
See. Yeah, I mean, the journey from going from corporate life to the content creator life obviously has been a big chapter for me.
I'd love to hear, like, okay, so we'll end on that note, but like, I think so many people are almost scared to make that change, and like feel like there's so many content creators, I can't do it.
Yes.
Like, how was that transition for you?
So I worked in fashion PR, which was insane and brutal and all of the above, but it really brought me closer to this next step of my life. I just started posting about commuting, building my resume. Like girls in college would be like, wait, how do you do your cover letter? And I'm like, you know what? If 1 or 2 people care, let me just post it on my stories. And obviously that came with people being like, what are you doing? Like this was 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
Pre, you know, obviously this being like a real solidified industry. And so I was just like, I'm just going to block out the noise. I started posting and I slowly started building my brand base and my resume with my partnerships. And I was able to go full time in 2019.
Wow.
And it was very scary,
Yeah.
especially my mom being like, if you fail,
you're on your own.
There's no financial backing. There's no one to cover your rent. There's no one to pay for your car. And so it was just really betting on myself and making sure that that was something that was very solid in its way. And it's been 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
And It paid off. Betting on
Yes.
yourself.
Betting on myself really paid off.
So that's what I hope everyone takes away from this. Bet on yourself.
Always.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Melany,
Thank
for coming. I could
you.
talk to you for hours.
I know.
And we clearly
I
have to
feel the
have you back
same.
on because I feel like there's so much more I can get
Yes.
deeper into it with you.
And all
so-
of these similarities that we have. Like Dominican, New Jersey,
Yeah.
corporate, Miami now. I'm like,
moving to Miami.
basically cousins.
Yeah. Maybe you never know.
You never know.
never
After
know.
this, I'm gonna be like, wait, tell me your last name and your maiden name, your
Yeah.
mom's maiden name.
We'll go down it and we'll find
Yeah,
if there's a link there.
yeah.
But thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you
We have
for
to have you back
having me.
on, and
Yes.
we appreciate it. And keep manifesting, keep bringing that energy, the calm, cool, collected. You have incredible energy and incredible community that you've built.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And thank you everyone for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next episode.
Down to a T.